Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the show. Today is September 6th, 2019, a Friday. And guess what? Hurricane Dorian, I did reports on it, and it did make landfall in the Bahamas. But that's the only place it made landfall, except for one more place it's going to make landfall. Can you guys just guess where? It's making a beeline right for me. Here she comes. Still going to be a Category 1 when she hits. I've been through hurricane before. Last one I had here that was Hurricane Guan. It was called Guan. And it hit as a Category 2, which was rapidly downgraded to a Category 1, but oh man, the devastation took 2 weeks to get our power back on. So, listen, guys, if I'm missing, not on the air, like Sunday or Monday, or even Tuesday, or goodness knows, if it's really bad, maybe Wednesday or Thursday or something, You know what's happened. I've been knocked off the internet by a hurricane. Anyway, so just a heads up for you guys. So let's get this chart started right here, and let's take a look at silver price today. Silver's doing rather good today. $18.78. Now, I predicted that little downturn we just had ahead of time, because markets don't go up in a straight line, but I am surprised. I thought it could go as low as $17, but it's starting to turn around now already, and starting to head back for 19 again. So a little surprises to me. I thought it would stay down for a little bit longer, and I thought it would go down a little bit lower, maybe to 17. It come down from like 19 and change down to, let's see, what bottomed out near $18 instead of 17. Just about touched $18 when it bottomed out there. We could get a one or two more little corrections. I'll tell you how long these corrections are going to last. This is the information in gold and silver both. This is the information you guys really want. Now, the thing about it is this is not financial advice. This is just my opinion only. Don't take it as financial advice. Just what I think is going to happen. I think what's going to happen is over the next little while, between now and November, when the Brexit comes, I think that we're in the calm before the storm, and I think investors, because it's kind of calm, the fear trade that pushed gold and silver up to $19 and 50 cents or whatever, and gold up to 50, nearly $15.50. I think that'll settle down or subdue for a little while until Brexit gets closer. I think Brexit is pivotal for the economy. Now, that being said, the Fed's already capitulated. How much more will they capitulate depends. See, they are what's called data dependent, the Fed. They look at the data, and then they decide what they're going to do. Well, they've decided they're going to cut rates. They cut rates 25 basis points, and they've went back to bond purchasing again for a week now. But they didn't announce it or anything. Will they continue with the bond purchasing? We'll have to wait and see. But my thought is, yes, they will continue if the data comes in that they don't like the look of the data. And they're going to do anything that they can do to support this economy until the elections. And so what we're going to see, I think, is stimulus if they need it. They're going to use stimulus if they need it. So let's move on. Let's take a look at gold. We're looking today at 1526 ask. It's up $7.10, and it's moving up right now. It's moving up rather sharply. That's good, and it's showing an awful lot of strength. This is strength, I see. The fact that it didn't go down, that silver didn't go down to $17, and that they're moving back up again right now when things are calming down just a little bit until the Brexit. I see this as a calm before the storm. Let's take a look now at cryptocurrency. $273 billion. It's fairly running fairly high Bitcoin dominance right now, 71.2%. That's the highest I've ever seen it. But all the altcoins are starting to move up a little bit today too. We're looking at XRP at 25.8 cents. XRP is not my favorite coin, but you know, a lot of people do like it. And there's one big reason why I don't like XRP. Just one reason alone. It's the 50 billion coins that they have in escrow or holding back that are not in circulation. There's 42.9 billion in circulation with a price of 25 cents. But now you got to know there's 50 more than that. This whole circulation of XRP. There's more than that being held in escrow. I don't like that. That annoys me. Bitcoin, it's up 2.61%. There's not any Bitcoin being held in escrow. What if there was 25 or 21 million Bitcoins being held in escrow, or say 25 million of them being held in escrow? How would that affect the Bitcoin price? If we knew that, if we knew somebody was holding 25 million Bitcoins and there was only 14 million in circulation, how would that affect the price, and how would that affect your mindset? Of course, we know that's not true, you know. There is possibly, though, somebody out there holding 1 million, though. That is possible. Let's take a look at the Dow Jones Industrial Average for today, and we'll refresh the page. It's up 33 points on the day. That's not much, but it shows the. I think that the market's going to settle out a little bit now and not have so much quick swings down and quick swings up. They know that the Fed is buying bonds again and supporting the market. They know that the Fed cut interest rates 25 basis points. And so the market's not likely to fall off a cliff or have any sort of a really bad until Brexit starts to get really close. I'm telling you, Brexit is pivotal to this economy. But they're going to do anything that they can, and this means that when Brexit actually occurs, and here's something that you guys never thought of. You know, all you guys are out there studying what the British Parliament's doing, and you're studying what Boris Johnson's doing, and will they get this delay to Brexit and all this stuff, you know? But this is something that they haven't considered, is even if they decide that they're going to force Boris Johnson to try to ask for some sort of a delay to Brexit, right? That doesn't mean he's going to get it. I think my personal opinion on this is that the European Union is getting totally fed up with this whole thing, and they're going to want to know, what do you want another delay for? What do you want another extension for? What's the purpose of it? You've been actually grinding your gears on this for like years, and you've never come up with nothing. The British. The Parliament in the United Kingdom has been grinding their gears on this for ages, and they've never come up with nothing. What's another 3 months going to do? It's just going to draw this thing out a little bit longer. I think there's an awfully strong possibility that the European Union, even if they ask for another delay, the European Union just might say, well, no. And then on the 31st of October, they're going to fall out. It's pointing more and more toward a hard Brexit. And this is going to not totally be disastrous for the United Kingdom's economy. I don't believe it will. But I believe what it will do is tip the scale just enough so that they fall into recession, and then Germany's going to follow into a recession. They're going to need a stimulus packages in Germany, amazing, and in United Kingdom too, major stimulus. This is going to force the hand of the world, of the only central bank that's a real kind of a little bit of a holdout right now, which is the United States Central Bank, into stimulus too. Everybody's going to go back to stimulus again, and not just in a small way. We're looking at big stimulus packages. Do you know what this is going to be for gold and silver? And for cryptocurrencies? Okay, keep that in mind, guys. Okay, let's take a look now at oil prices. It's down $1.16 on the day. So we're seeing oil fall a little bit today. It's 2% down, 2.06% down to $55.14. U.S. Treasuries today, they've went back to sliding again. They went back to moving toward the yield curve inversion. Treasuries are falling all the way across the board, and they're falling the most on the long end of the yield curve, 2.5 basis points on the U.S. 30-year. 2.5 basis points in the U.S. 30-year. Now let's see what the dollar's doing. 98.19. So it's falling right now, the dollar. It's getting almost down to into the 97s. But what's it being compared against? Mostly the euro. And to be honest, the euro is having stimulus packages coming from Germany, coming from Italy, coming from France. These countries are all doing stimulus. You know, and they've went back. The central bank, the European Central Bank, has went back to stimulus again. This means money printing. So the euro makes up the most part of the basket that makes up the dollar index. And so, you know, with them stimulating and everything, the dollar should be remaining strong. But no, it's sliding. It's sliding because there's a movement now away from the dollar. In many countries, you know, the dollar was the petro dollar. It was the world reserve currency. It's slowly but surely losing the world reserve currency status and the privilege that goes along with the world reserve currency status. Slowly but surely losing that. Let's take a look now at India. India's auto sector comes to a screeching halt. Sales crash in August. So the automobile industry in India, they're not alone. Automobile sales around the world are going down really bad, really poor. Automobile sales are like real estate. They're one of the big purchases. And this is a real indicator of a global slowdown. This global slowdown is intensifying. And as it intensifies, the United States will pull out all the stops not to go into a recession. In the next, they don't want a recession in this election cycle, and they're going to pull out all the stops. So this could be positive for the markets. You know, the fact that they're pulling out the stops. The market doesn't care about anything now. All the market cares about is easy money. And they squeal if they don't get it. If they don't get it, the market falls. If they don't get their easy money. You know? They want complete and utter support from the world's central banks. So our markets now have boiled down to not real markets anymore. What they actually are is just a squealing baby that wants more and more money. More and more stimulus. And if they don't get it, the market's going to crash. This game's got to come to an end at a certain point in time. And when it does, this is going to end really bad. Listen, thank you guys for listening. Like and subscribe. And remember, I might be off for a few days if that hurricane wipes me out. My power might be off. And if my power's off, I can't do my reports. So we're going to try Nova Scotia Power. They do pretty good after storms. They rush out there with the trucks and they try to get the power back on. They cut the broken trees off of the power lines and they get things going again pretty quick. But this might be a bad one. Listen, thank you guys for listening and give me a thumbs up and we'll catch you guys in the next show. Bye-bye.